trained.
Yeah.
That's
All right. What's up?
I had work earlier.
Dude, I know. I don't know. Dude, I don't know how you do it, dude. Like, I don't work a job, but I do. I guess I do still work throughout the day. It's just different, you know?
Yeah, it definitely is. Are we
I'm not used to it.
right now?
I'm not used to it anymore. Yeah, we're on the broadcast, so I'm just waiting for Evan. I'm gonna text him right now. So for those of you guys who are watching, you know, the replay or live, we will be good to go here. And let me just text. Oh, cool. I didn't know you'd be on right now. Awesome, man. So let's start here in a few minutes. All right, for those of you guys who are watching the replay or live here in the near future, we will be starting this in a few minutes. Just waiting for everyone else to get on.
What's up, Evan?
Yay, what's going on? How are you?
Good, and yourself, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm like I'm soaking in the East Coast right now. I haven't been out. I've only been out here like one time, so it's been good to be out here.
Definitely. I'm here in Texas.
Are you into cars?
Yeah.
I saw your Chip Foose hat.
Now what's up?
I see your Chip Foose hat.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. What are you into imports and stuff?
I just honestly like I wouldn't really say I'm like on a side. I'm just with whatever with what's quality. You know what I mean? Like most people would be like, oh well, I'll take a Honda. I'll take they'll take something small, but I'm more like, okay, I'm willing to spend like a couple. I would be willing to invest, $50,000-$70,000 in an awesome car and like an import car. Like for me, my dream car would be like the GTR. But some people are like that's really basic. But actually, I think.
All right, cool. Cool beans. So Evan, hold on one sec. Actually, I'm gonna put my headphones in.
Good. We're just about to start talking about cars.
We had Nick move out here. Now I got my little mini couch that fits in that corner out. Anyways, we will be starting here in a second now. I know for those of you guys who are watching. So first off, who wants to speak first? I mean,
I wouldn't mind.
You want to go first, Jeremiah?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, cool. So I guess we could start this thing here now. Let's see here, we just started. So yeah, we'll give it one more minute, and we will get this thing rolling then. That way, more people have time to hop on.
Right. I'm gonna go grab a water real quick, all right?
What's up?
Is it okay if I go grab a water real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
I'll be back then.
All right, cool. I don't know how to have like. So yeah, Evan, you had you sent Kelsey this link, and she was actually on the Hangout. And I was like, oh, let's get you to watch the the actual video on YouTube. So I sent you the link.
Okay, yeah. I had my friend hop on here. I didn't know, like, okay, because I had, yeah, you know what I mean? So.
There's two links. So I hand out the link to the people who are going to be on the call, and then there's obviously, the link for everyone to watch live on YouTube. So those are two different links. You want to send the YouTube link to people who are going to be watching it but aren't going to be speaking.
Cool.
And the link I posted in the group page. But I already sent it to her, so she's going to be on here in a second. I know she was on it actually a little early, which is kind of cool. But anyways, let's get this thing started. I guess we'll get rolling. I don't even know how to start these calls anymore. So I hope you guys aren't too annoyed with me by now. I won't be speaking too much on this call tonight. Although at the end I will be doing questions and answers. I think I had it to say ask your audience to submit questions, which is cool. I don't know if they actually will or not. But anyways, my name is Paul Avicoli, 23 years old, live in Bozeman, Montana. Got my start in network marketing a little over 3 years ago, and at the time, it was one of those things. I was known as the pyramid scheme kid in my entire hometown. But then again, they say a prophet's not a prophet in his own hometown, and well, everyone really didn't like me for the sole purpose that I was the kid who would go and pitch them my program, pitch them my deal, tell them my shit was the world, and if they didn't join, they were probably going to be broke college professors. So, it was quite the learning process because I wasn't making much money at the time, and I was telling everyone I'm going to get my BMW, and everyone gets a freaking car program in their network marketing company. So it was hilarious. I did definitely definitely learn a lot, and it was one of those things that I realized, well, what if I was more genuine with people? What if I had people, instead of me going and adding people to my list when they didn't even want to be there, I could have people add themselves to my list when they did, because they did. What if I had people, begging me for my business card? What if I had people, chasing me down, hunting me down, instead of me becoming the hunter, right? And, chasing a bunch of people down, telling them, you've got to join this business, you've got to make some money here, otherwise you're going to be stuck at your dead-end job. What if I had people that actually cared about what I had to offer? And so I started to get into this whole online process, if you want to call it that. I started to learn how to market online. I started to learn how to generate leads online, how to build sales funnels, how to build a blog, how to drive traffic, how to convert that traffic, how to generate an email autoresponder sequence. And for those of you guys who are on this call and don't know what that is, don't worry about it. We're going to explain some things here in this call. And if you have any more questions, you can get back to the person who invited you to watch this video in the first place. But more importantly than me, okay, that's just my story. That's where I'm coming from. After, about 3 years of failing, I decided, I really want to make something work here. And so I decided to get in the online world. Now, I figured out something that most people don't in their entire network marketing, I don't know, a journey, if you will, and that is that I can leverage the internet to build my business, which is a really cool idea. Now, most people think leverage is if I just use social media. Social media alone won't allow you to leverage it, because either way you're going to be doing the work. You have to figure out how to use the internet in a way, all right, to leverage, or excuse me, not to leverage, to build your business for you. So how can you use the internet to build your business for you? See, most people think, okay, well, if I just get online, I'm an online marketer. No, that's not the case. You actually have to learn how to build some of this stuff, right? And it's a skill set like anything else, but it's going to pay you a lot more than a lot of your homies, a lot of your friends in the network marketing industry, because I'm making more money than I ever did in network marketing, and it's simply because I'm actually applying the methods that I learned through MLSP. So this is the MLSP, hangout, mastermind, whatever. Now, before I keep ranting, all right, and telling you, about my life, I actually want to introduce you to a couple of really cool guys that I see, a world of success for, and I've seen a lot of people come through the network marketing industry. My first team that I built, I had around 900 people on it, and this was back in 2012, at the end of 2012, actually the start of 2013. I had around 900 people on it, and now all of them are quit. I have maybe 2 friends that are in different companies altogether, and then there was Nick and me. So, I've seen a lot of people go through the, industry. I've seen a lot of people say, I'm going to stick around and be with it through the end. But, I think actions speak louder than words. And from what I've seen from Evan and Jeremiah, it's game time. It's something that, if you learn what they're learning right now and, they apply it like they are right now, then they're going to be ultra successful. It just takes a little bit of time. That's all it is. The only difference, the only thing that separates me and, you that are watching this call right now is time. Obviously, and how I invested in that time, right? What I did during that time. But that's the only thing that separates me. That doesn't mean that I don't have more time than you. I have, just the same amount of time, the same 24 hours in a day that you do. Oprah Winfrey has the same 24 hours in a day that you do, right? Evan and Jeremiah have the same 24 hours in a day that you do. What's that mean? The only thing that separates us is how we utilize our time. So that being said, I see a lot of success for these guys. The first person I want to introduce you to is Jeremiah, and he got his start in network marketing not too long ago. And honestly, if I can say anything, and the reason I think he's going to be around and he's going to impact this industry, impact the people around him, the people that get to learn from him, is because I see a lot of myself in him. When I got started, I was fired up, right? I was excited. I told myself I wasn't going to quit, and I was going to make this work no matter what. So, Jeremiah, he's the same. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to take 3 years. I think it's going to take him a lot less time because he's been pointed the right direction now. He's got some real direction. I didn't have any. He's got some real direction here, but I see so much because not only is he fired up, not only is he excited, but you know what? One thing that I really admire about Jeremiah is that he has a willingness to go out and learn and do it himself. So there's a difference between, someone who's lazy, always asks their upline for help. Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you get on a call? He doesn't ask for that stuff. He simply says, hey, Paul, just point me in the right direction. I'll take the step. He says, dude, I'm willing, and I'm not only willing, but I'm resourceful, meaning he's going to actually take his own time to go learn this stuff. Because you can learn anything you need to technicality-wise, right? You want to learn how to do something, what do? You Google that crap. You YouTube that crap. I personally think, the best university is YouTube University, right? And so he's willing to do that type of stuff, and I absolutely admire him for it. Not only that, but he's killing it inside of his own respective network marketing business. Just got to start and is killing it. And that being said, tonight Jeremiah is going to teach you guys how to generate leads using Instagram. All right, if you're on Instagram right now, you're going to want to listen and you're actually going to want to pay attention because he's going to show you, step by step, because he actually went through the training in MLSP to show you how to do this stuff. And obviously MLSP, bar none, Harvard University of Online Marketing. All right, if he's learning it from there, well, he's getting it from the top dog. Imagine if you had someone from Harvard University saying, I'm going to teach you how to do, whatever. I'm going to teach you physics. You're probably going to pay attention, right? You're probably going to pay attention. So if you're listening in on this call right now, I want you to put aside everything you're doing, and I always say this because I don't want you to be distracted. I don't want your mind in a million different places running off on some tangent. I want you to pay attention because you're going to learn a lot from this kid. He just applied himself, and he's going to teach you some stuff. So that being said, Jeremiah, if you want to hop on and talk to him a little bit about Instagram.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so what I want to start off with is most of us who are network marketers, we're also online marketers, like Paul was saying, and really, it's about learning how to use your social platforms to your benefit, to your leverage. So for most people, whenever they get launched in their network marketing company, their upline doesn't take the time, which from personal experience, they don't take the time to actually launch you the right way and how to get leads, how to use your cold market, how to use your warm market, how to do three-way calls, et cetera, the whole physical building. But then at the end of the day, you run out of your warm market. You don't know how to hit up your cold market. You start getting yourself in a hole. So then what I started doing is I started using my Instagram more as a platform page to start launching my business. And I actually have a Facebook, but I personally find it more better on Instagram because on Facebook you only know so much people, and most people who you add, they're most likely your friends or family, and you're still in that same list. You're still in that same hole, except now you can just contact them through Facebook. So what I personally feel is that Instagram, although it's not the largest social platform base, Instagram is something that we can all really utilize, and it's so simple, so easy to put a hashtag, to post a picture, to say something that literally you can start generating leads and start becoming an online authority. Like for those of you who have been with MLSP for the past 2 weeks, we've been trained by Ray Higdon it's been amazing learning from him because we've taken so much value and we've been teaching it. And literally that's what I took. And he's like, you got to become an online authority and start, offering value to the network marketers, offering value to your customers, offering value in your MLM. And I was like, right on. So on Instagram, I started putting all that value on there. I created a page. I created 4 pages because I asked Paul, I was like, how many pages do you run, man? I was like, I want some numbers so that way I could start throwing them around, feeling around, see what I can do. He's like, I run like 5 accounts. I was like, all right, cool. Well, let's see what I can do. So I went and created my own lifestyle account. I created an account specifically for my product. I created an account for MLSP, and then I created an account for my leads from my MLM. So I run 4 Instagram accounts. So 4 Instagram accounts of just traffic. I go on each page, I post 4 pictures, throw hashtags on there, like 30 hashtags. But for those of you on Instagram who don't even know how to use Instagram, we'll get to that. But I'm just giving you like an overall summation of what I do. So I'll go on Instagram and I'll post a photo and I'll say, hey, I'll post a picture of me, I'm about to set myself up on this live chat. I'm about to go on a live chat and teach people how to get 50 leads a day just by using this simple process. I post that on Facebook and on Instagram, and I add some hashtags like home business, hashtag MLM, hashtag network marketing, hashtag, et cetera. And people are like, okay, awesome. And then, I don't know, it looks like it's on Evan's screen, but I'll go ahead and keep talking. But, and then that's how I start getting my traffic. And I'll have a capture page, which they have to say if I have an awesome bio, 150 characters, tweak it out, and then I have a page at the bottom that's a capture page. And basically what it does for people who are interested in what I have to offer just by reading my bio, they'll go ahead and click my page and they'll see that when they open my page, they'll say how to start a 6 to 7 figure home business, and then download your free ebook today. And then people are like, well, that's easy. I wouldn't mind reading a book. So then they go ahead and put their name, their email, their number, and then next thing you know, I have a lead. Now I didn't have to go out and hit somebody up on Facebook, have to put myself out there at Starbucks, trying to hit up people, going up, hey, you got a nice shirt, or I like those shoes. It's not having to do that anymore. It's about being on Instagram and literally becoming an online authority. And I utilize all my accounts. I'll utilize my MLM, for MLSP. how to get more leads. If those of you who are seriously interested in getting leads, do this. Boom. Now I have leads for MLSP. If those of you who are diabetic and are looking for the most amazing natural medicine, please click this link below. Boom. That's another page. And like, you know, it's about finding your target market, which is a specific target. Like, this is what I recommend. You know, most people, they'll go hit up anybody, but you, like, if you want to master a target market, like for me, since I'm in my network marketing company, we offer a health and wellness product that is completely changing people's lives. That's, you know, helping them with their diabetes, et cetera, and people are like, wow, I like that. So they go ahead and they fill out my capture page on my distributor page. So next thing you know, I have a lead from there. You know, I can turn them into a potential lead for my MLM just by making them a distributor. So it's thinking outside the box and learning how to utilize the Instagram. So for people who don't know how to use Instagram, you know, go ahead and create an email. Go to Instagram.com, create a username. Like if, like for me, since I'm a network marketer and since I'm offering training, I'll say code home business _ coach J. That'll be my username, and I'll put my password, email, get the whole setup, and then now I have an Instagram page. Okay, so how should I start? Create your bio. Make a bio that's specifically targeted to the market that you want to target. So, like for me, I'd be like, if you're struggling on in your network marketing company and can't get over 50 leads in a month, well, how about this? How about 50 leads per day? Click the link below and get started on your business, you know, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, well, that's exactly what I want, you know, because 95% of network marketers aren't having success. Why? Because they're not growing. They don't know how to use Instagram, which I'm pretty sure all network marketers have an Instagram, but it's just they don't know how to utilize what they have in their hands. Literally, you can contact 1 million people on Instagram rather than contacting maybe 100 people out there cold marketing, warm marketing. You know, there's just so much more potential on the online market and for Instagram personally, because like I said, through Facebook, you're gonna be clicking people you may know, you know, people like that. They may not always be open to hear about that, so you're putting yourself still in the same situation where you're running out of people. So for me personally, Instagram, I feel it's the best. Like there's over 200 million users, active users on Instagram, which is awesome, and over 70% log on to their Instagram a day. So what does that mean for me? That I can reach up to more than 500,000 people on Instagram if I just find the right target market. Okay, well, that's thinking, you know, like too many numbers, but you know, I can start cutting my numbers down. Okay, out of those 1 million people, maybe only a quarter are gonna click on the link, you know, and then maybe only 100,000 are gonna actually do something, you know. So you start breaking down your numbers and you start seeing where you could plug in Instagram on how to start getting sales. So like I said, it's about, you know, you offer content. I'll have some free value. Like I'll post a video and I'll say, hey, you know, if you guys are struggling on how to get leads, you know, use the hashtag follow for follow. Use the hashtag MLM. You know, think outside the box. You know, I'm here to help you guys. Have a great day. And then boom. Now I posted a video. I add a couple hashtags on there. And then now people are seeing my video and they're like, wow, awesome content, man. And I don't even have to tell them anything. They're going to go ahead and click on my link. You see how easy it is? Like for most people, they don't, like I said, they don't know what they have in their hands. Something so precious. You have a mobile app that could literally, or you have a mobile phone and a mobile app that could literally generate you money. Like all the top earners in the MLSP and all them, they utilize the attraction market. And how do you utilize the attraction market on Instagram? Using your hashtags and adding value. So that's kind of like what my overall like training was. Is I wanted to help people, you know, get an overall idea of how they could use Instagrams and how they could use specific target markets. Like I said, I have 4 Instagram accounts. I have one for distributor, have one for my business, for MLM, and a lifestyle page so that way I could recruit. It's just multiple ways of recruiting, but it's, you know, it's not even that hard. All I have to do is click a button, type a couple words, give some advice, be sincere about what I'm doing, be motivated, you know, offer people the value that they're seeking for, and the next thing you know, I'm having leads in my business. And actually, I know I've been with MLSP about 2.5 weeks, but during my first week, during my trial week, I actually generated 5 leads. And out of those 5 leads, I actually had 1 convert to my MLM, which is pretty good. You know, like if I can reach out to more people through what I've been doing, it's just going to be more easier conversion rate for me. Why? Because the Instagram pages that I have set up are doing the work for me. Literally, people want stuff like they want to start a home business. They want an awesome product, like whatever your network marketing company has to offer. It's just learning how to offer that product and finding your target market. So, like also there's a page called I think it's called web.stagram and then .com/hot, and it'll go ahead and tell you all the most trending hashtags. And even Instagram's even updated itself to where you can see what's trending. So literally, like, you can start throwing tags that aren't even relevant, and you're gonna get traffic. And that's really what it's about. If you want leads, it's about getting traffic to your page. So learn how to direct the traffic and find your target markets and drive them through your pages, and keep posting daily or every other day. Just keep up with your page, because I actually didn't keep up with one of my pages, and I noticed a loss of followers, which I was like, okay, well, it's not much, but I see that people actually look at my page and are looking for something to look at. And like, so that's what I'm saying, like, it's really important to keep up with what you have. Like, if you have an Instagram account, just a normal Instagram account, go ahead and create another one for your network marketing company. Start thinking outside the box and use social media. Use Instagram to your benefit, because literally, like, Ray Higdon, he uses a blog and he creates millions of dollars through a blog. And who's to say that, maybe he gets some of his traffic from Instagram. All he has to do is, people hashtag Ray Higdon. And the next thing you know, they hashtag Ray Higdon. They're like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and look at this link that's on this page. So next thing you know, Ray Higdon just got a lead, got a sale off of a hashtag that on Instagram. He didn't even have to put his account on there. But you see what it's about, being an online authority. When you add that value to the marketplace, people are going to come to you. So that's basically what I had. That's what I like. I had watched the video, actually the training, like about an hour ago, and I just try to like condense it as much as possible, because the girl who gave the training, it was a phenomenal training. But for someone like me, I feel like I have a short attention span, and I'll get bored easily. So like a 30-minute video is like, okay, that's too much. Like that's peaking it. But if it has amazing content, I'll spend an hour on it. But you see that's the difference. When you add value and add amazing content, it's just gonna help your page that much more. And like I said, like with that girl, her video was about an hour long, and really I feel like we could have condensed it a lot shorter. And it's about making your time efficient and about using your time efficiently. Like on Instagram, like I said, like if you're posting every 10 minutes, people who are on Instagram every 10 minutes, you're gonna get that traffic. Like if you just post once a day, you're only gonna get that traffic from that one time. So like I said, utilize the pages that you have. Like all these trainings, I know I went through pretty fast, but it's just I wanted to get it out really quick, so that way people could at least get an idea of how to start. So that's what I had for you guys. Thank you for listening me out, and thanks, Paul. I also want to shout out Paul. He's been amazing mentor. He's guided me to MLSP. I always tell people that, because I'm becoming a trainer, training people myself. And they're like, well, where do you learn all these things? Where do you learn all these things? Is it your network marketing company? I'm like, no, let me tell you where it's from. It's from this business. It's from this affiliate program. It's a training program that I have this amazing mentor who spends the time of his day to train me to become an internet beast. And that's exactly what I'm sharing with you. So like, it's been awesome, like, to have someone amazing like Paul, training me and mentoring me in how to use MLSP and becoming a leader and an authority on the online market. So shout out to Paul.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. And, for those of you guys who aren't completely, following along with what Jeremiah said, because I know we went through it fast. There's a lot of good information there. I might want to ask, you guys a few questions at the end, just myself. So, hopefully you guys can answer that. I'm sure you can. But also, more importantly, that's for the audience. So, anyways, I appreciate you, for the high praise, and it's something that, I feel like, dude, if I can't put a little bit of my life and time into someone to see them succeed, well, then I'm not doing my job. And honestly, like, I feel like, you get these people who are like, that's my purpose, like, I need to, be a speaker, but I really feel like I get the most inspiration when I can help someone get to where they need to be. And you hear a lot of people, it's funny, when I got started in network marketing, it was all about me. And you get that a lot from a lot of different people, and it's the same thing for anyone else. You don't get started in network marketing to just help people. You know what I mean? Like, you get started because you see the fancy car and you're like, dude, I can make this thing work. You know what I mean? You're just like super excited. You're like, all right, dude, I'm gonna get filthy rich. You go tell your 5 best friends and your grandma we're going to be, freaking rich. And then they all tell you, hell no. And then you got the one friend who joins you and then quits about 2 months later. So it's just funny, anyways, I appreciate it, man. Now, next person I want to introduce you guys to is a fella by the name of Evan, and you know, we met not too long ago. It's kind of funny story how we met. He saw one of my close friends' ads on Facebook, and he saw me as a testimonial on there, and he's like, he knew me on Facebook. We talked about before, so he hits me up. He's like, "Yo, Paul, you know, I saw you on whatever, you know, I want to learn about this whole automation thing online." And I was like, "All right, dude, cool. You know, here's my link. Buy my crap." And you know, I'm totally joking. But we talked for a bit. We talked, and we had a good time talking. And he, you know, he told me he's from Minnesota. You know, I saw a video of him skateboarding the other day, so I love skating, and now I just, you know, you got 2 extra points in my book. Beyond that, you guys, he's you know, kind of certified, not just kind of, he actually is certified in the Google AdWords space, meaning he can take, you know, any, you know, amount of money, all right, and let's say you got an advertising budget from a company. He can take that money, put it into a Google AdWords campaign. And if you don't know what Google AdWords is, it's pretty simple. Anytime you go to Google and type in how to lose weight, or you go to Google, you know, you're only going to Google for a couple of things, right? Number one, either to buy something, and number two, to find you know, the answer to your problem, or, you know, the solution to your problem. Whatever it may be, you're going for usually those 2 things, meaning he can actually toss some money in there, and anytime you type in, you know, how to lose weight, you know, if he's advertising in that for that specific keyword, it will pop up. One of his ads will pop up top, if you've ever seen those yellow things, or the ones on the right. And so, you know, sometimes people click on those, and then they go and either opt in onto something or they buy. So if you've ever seen an opt-in box that says, "Learn how to lose 10 pounds, put your email in to get the PDF or the report or the video," whatever it may be, which I know we've all opted into something in the past. That means you've added yourself to their list. So Evan's kind of an expert in terms of, you know, Google AdWords, actually creating a campaign or creating an ad, so that way, you know, you can see it on Google. All right, and so he's going to be able to teach you that right now. Evan, if you want to hop on, are you there?
Yep. Hey, thanks,
All right,
Paul.
awesome. Yeah, no problem, man. All right, you guys, you know, I'm going to toss the phone over, or I guess not the phone, whatever this is, the Hangout over to Evan.
Awesome. Thanks, Paul. Hey, I'm happy to be here, you guys. I'll just do a quick little intro about me. I'm 27 years old. I started off my career in the Marine Corps, controlling airplanes. I did that for 5 years. I didn't get a job doing that. You know, life happens. And then I got a regular corporate job. I didn't like it. And then I saw my friends just absolutely doing really well in network marketing. And I got started in network marketing about a year ago. I've had some, I mean, at first it was kind of slow for me. And now that I've kind of discovered attraction marketing and how to put your business on automation, it really made sense to me, you know, versus having to go find people, versus having people come and ask me for my business card. So that's kind of how I got into network marketing. But how I got into Google AdWords and pay-per-click advertising was actually my best friend Jeremy, who's sitting in with me tonight. He kind of taught me a little bit about it, and he had a job in a Google advertising department out in Tempe, Arizona, and I went out there myself earlier this year and got certified, and now I'm just so intrigued by how the internet works, and I know that there's people doing it, absolutely doing really well. So I wanted to learn as much as I can about it, because not many new people know that skill, and if you learn a high a skill that's really, you know, valuable, you're gonna do well in the marketplace. So basically how it works, like Paul explained a little bit, if anything you type into Google, it's gonna come up, bring up relevant people. So it's good for Google because they obviously want people spending advertising money there. It's good for the customer because they're seeing relevant ads, and it's good for the business owners who want to advertise to their customers looking. So if you once you're set, say we're all in network marketing space, we all have websites. If those websites have good content on them, how you get ranked up high in the advertising space, you will, if your content is relevant to what they're searching for, you won't have to pay as much for the advertising click. But it's pay-per-click. You only pay when the customer clicks on your advertisement. So that's basically how it works, and it changes through like every day. Like sometimes the market changes depending upon who bids more, who outbids you who, and we're gonna kind of walk you through like a little bit about how to set up an account. And I actually used this for my own website earlier this year, and I mean, I got some customers, I got some distributors, but it didn't go as well as I thought it would. But it's definitely, the potential is definitely out there for pay-per-click using Google with network marketing. So I'm going to do a little screen share here. We can show you like kind of what it looks like, and I'd like to introduce you to my friend Jeremy, my best friend. He knows more about this than I do. He actually works at the biggest search engine optimization company here in Florida, and he is an absolute beast at this, and a really awesome guy too.
So hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, so Evan's my best buddy. I kind of brought him under the wing here just to give you a little bit of heads up. 2 years ago, I was working actually for Google as an agency account manager, so managing 40 different companies and setting up all of their advertising just through Adwords. So I learned Facebook and web design a little bit too, with running my own business as well. We both started a Bahamas excursion company back, about 3-4 years ago, living in the Bahamas for a while. We had some good times there. Last year, I started my own agency, left Google, but I'm a Google All-Stars partner, so I still have all of my connections, all of the resources that I had working for Google, but now, I did it by myself as well. Back in February of this year, I was recruited by, like Evan said, the #1 SEO agency in South Florida. Actually, it's 2 domains, No Risk SEO and the Miami SEO Company. So I'm running the entire pay-per-click department for both of those companies right now, currently managing myself $200,000 a month. But all types of different industries, and I love it because you can watch these companies that have, smaller budget, $500,000 per month, that basically it's just starting out in the industry, and you can watch them grow to getting tens of hundreds of clients, every single month too. So I love, helping all different types of ethical businesses out. Be honest, with network marketing, you have to be creative. So I've seen a lot of companies fail, or network marketers fail. I would say about 95%, just because they really don't know what they're doing. So I've taught Evan a lot of valuable lessons and tips to basically not waste your money, because unless you have at least $1,000 a month in advertising for just AdWords, you're not going to do well unless you hyper focus your target market on the audience that is most likely to be a potential client. With AdWords, search advertising with the network marketers, it's very
Yikes! Can you guys? Okay, cool. You guys cut out for a solid, I would say about 25 seconds, 20 seconds. So I hate to have you go, through that entire process again, whatever you were speaking of, but we'd appreciate it if you did, man.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You guys literally cut out completely out for like a solid 20 seconds. So.
All right. Don't know the last thing you heard, but basically with network marketing, you have to be creative. You have to think outside the box, because there's a lot of other people in this industry doing the exact same thing, and you have to differentiate yourself. So, can you still hear me?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay, so unless you have the $1,000 a month and you're willing to spend money to make money, you're not going to be successful. And 95% of people aren't successful because they don't know what they're doing. So some tricks is really focus on your target market and your target audience, with the demographics, with the very, very targeted keywords that are only going to be the keywords that are going to convert. So for example, if you're trying to offer, like you were mentioning before, diabetes products or weight loss products for diabetes clients, without having, if you're going to try to go after keywords such as weight loss supplements or things like that, you're going to pay anywhere from $5 to $10 per click, and a lot of you guys just starting out, you're not going to have that budget to work with. Where if you have a $500 a month budget, and weight loss it's going to be like, you're only going to get like 1 or 2 clicks a day or with that. So you have to be very creative. I think display and remarketing is crucial. So you can have your banner ads show up on specific websites that are that are very likely to convert. That's going to work best for you guys to start off. YouTube advertising is huge. You can get a lot of branding, and it's very, very cheap. So most of you guys know Google owns YouTube. Google is the #1 search engine in the world, most searched. YouTube, and more people watch YouTube videos than than TV. So YouTube is the second biggest search engine in the entire world as well too. And then third, Bing, and Bing owns Yahoo. So they're together, they're conglomerate. They conduct about 33% of all of the searches for all of the searches, and Google owns about 60% as well. So there are 2 huge options right there too. But YouTube advertising, it's really great because you only pay. I'm sure you guys know you can skip after like 5 seconds. You only pay with a YouTube video after someone watches at least 30 seconds of your video or specifically clicks to your website. So it's a huge option, and the cost per click is only like 5 to 7 cents per 30-second view in comparison to, if you're just going after generic terms such as weight loss, you're going to pay at least, $5 to $10 per click for most part. So you have to be creative, think outside the box. Would you rather pay for a 5-second view or, $5 click? I'm not saying that all of the YouTube views are going to be completely relevant, but it's a numbers game with AdWords. And so you want to reach as many people as possible, but as many people that fit your exact target audience as possible. You can figure out a specific,
Shoot.
and who you want your audience to be with that. So, and then remarketing too. Every single campaign I'm running, 45 different clients right now. Every single one of them, I tell, no matter what, put the remarketing code on your website right away, right when you get it live. What that does is that anytime anyone visits your website, either from just visiting through Facebook, typing in your URL into a browser, or from Google AdWords, we can collect a list of everyone who's visited your site, either from the last 7 days, 30 days, or up to 6 months, and remarket different banner ads or text ads anytime they go on the internet. So I'm sure you guys have noticed, let's say you are skateboard fans, and you go to, the Hurley website, and you're like, this new skateboard looks pretty cool. Chances are, if Hurley's doing their advertising right, they have a remarketing code on each specific page or each type of skateboard, so that way, if you didn't purchase directly on the site at that time, you might be weird thinking, oh, why do I keep getting all these Hurley ads populating every time I search the internet? So it's a really, really good way to re-engage with individuals who've already visited your website, and they're the most likely to convert again just because they've already shown interest in your product. So no matter what, always at least start with the remarketing campaign. But I'm telling you guys, if you guys want to really make money, focus on the display side. Search, you can find success, but with display, if you hyper-focus on only the websites you feel that will be relevant and convert, handpick the websites rather than doing interest targeting or topic targeting, because most people, I would say, even the people who think they know AdWords, I'd say about 95 to 99% of them, when they just choose topic or interest targeting, they don't pick specific URLs that they want their ads to show up on. But what they don't know is that they're wasting their money because most of their clicks that they're paying for is on children's applications and games on mobile devices. So it's really important to pick your websites when of the ads that you want to show on. So, like, for example, if your target audience is 20, maybe you can relate to the target audience since you guys are network marketers, into your age range and your cohort that you are most comfortable with. So, let's say for our age, we're both about 25, 30 years old. Males, might as well target a a specific type of product or a product line, such as like, supplements, weight gain supplements. If you're trying to, work out, maybe focus on that specific demographic. Have a banner ad that talks about, best weight gain, best weightlifting products and supplements, and have that targeted specifically on like men's health website, things like that, and specifically choose the websites that you want to focus on. That'll be the most efficient way to get the most out of your advertising. And it's the same thing with the quality scores too. So you want the content on your landing page, like Evan was saying, to match exactly what the ads are talking about. It's going to help. Google's going to reward you by giving you cheaper cost per clicks for everyone who's going to your website, and the users are going to have a better user experience, so they're more likely to convert because it's exactly what they're looking for, or the exact type of website that they're on for that. I know that was a lot here, but I guess, do you guys have questions?
I appreciate it, dude. That's awesome, dude. I mean, I didn't know you knew too much about AdWords. Personally, I don't know much about AdWords from AdWords campaign, and I see a lot of opportunity on Facebook, especially these days. I'm sure you know more about that than me as well. That being said, I have 2 questions for you, and then Evan, if you want to hop on a quick ad, for the person that is new to this whole thing, I know you did explain I know remarketing. I personally, that's don't worry, pixeling and targeting, any of that stuff, it is really cool, man. Beyond that, for the new person, okay, what, because you work for a marketing agency, hold on one sec, looks cool. So you work for a marketing agency. For someone who doesn't have money to spend, $1,000, for other people that's a lot of money to cost them something that they don't really know, and you know that $1,000, something you don't know, you're going to lose $1,000 real quick. Right? So let's say you got $100, in wallet right now for advertising. I know that's easy, but I know that you can't turn $100 into $150, right? You can get that $150 turned into $200. So what, in terms of
Hey, you're cutting out. You're cutting out there, Paul. It's hard to hear you now. Can you hear me? Shoot, did we lose you? You guys might have lost me. Can't hear you though.
I see you.
Okay. I think Paul.
Yeah, we probably lost him.
Hey, Paul, you there? Shoot, man.
I don't know what's up.
But yeah, so like for when I launched my advertising campaign on it with AdWords, it didn't really pan out the way that I thought it would. It's because it's more relationship marketing that we are doing in our, and it really helps if you attract people without them necessarily having an ad. If you just attract them with attraction marketing, or if you have a really good capture page set up and then they can put your information in. And I think like if you set it up like a blog and then you're able to send out emails and then follow up with them that way, it's a lot like remarketing with AdWords, where they click on your website and then they don't necessarily buy, but they will eventually, because it'll keep popping up and populating when they search anything on the internet because they've already visited it. But that's why I think blogging is going to be take over basically remarketing, because it's free to do blogging, and so that's what I would recommend for you guys, unless you guys have like a big budget to spend and you really know what you're doing, you're able to focus in on your demographic that you want to reach.
Me and Evan are still on the call right now. I'm here talking to Paul. Yeah, we're still on the call.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but
off the call connection as well, so I'm going to be on right now.
All right, you're good. All right, for those of you online, Paul will be back on right now. Just some technical difficulties. But go ahead, Evan. You're saying?
But yeah. So at first, if you're just getting into advertising, I wouldn't recommend doing pay-per-click. I would focus on the basics, and that's why I'm personally using MLSP services. In the team aspect here is the Mastermind. It's absolutely brilliant, and we're able to set up capture pages and funnels within MLSP and use that and set up a blog, and that way we can do everything without paying a whole bunch for advertising. Yeah, you'll probably get some customers and distributors, but you're not going to do as well efficiently if you're using MLSP's tools. And I mean, I know that firsthand. I paid for advertising for like a few months there, and it was expensive, and it didn't pan out the way that I thought it would. But yeah, that's what I would recommend you guys. I see the utmost value in MSP. It's incredible. I mean, I haven't even. It would take me years to get through all of the training. It's so much and so good that you will just absolutely explode your business. It's like you're trying to get a drink from a fire hydrant that the fire trucks are working on. It's like incredible. So, I mean, for those of you who haven't even done the trial yet, I would definitely recommend doing it. It's only $10. You can get in there and see everything that you're getting and see the tools that you're going to be able to use and how it's going to affect your business and explode it. And you'll be able to start getting people asking you for your business cards versus searching for them, which really is, you know, what you want. That's what all of the 6- and 7-figure earners are doing in our industry.
Awesome, awesome. So I know I got cut off. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't know what happened. It said connection was completely lost. And long story short, you know, I appreciate you guys being on the call. I know I have a few questions for you guys. One of those, before I got kicked off is, for someone that's new in the online, for Evan, and what's your friend's name again? Sorry about that, man.
Yeah, my name is Jeremy Katz. Sorry about that.
Jeremy. All right, nice to meet you, man. Let's say I have $100 for advertising. I'm a network marketer. I'm an affiliate marketer. I'm trying to sell a tool or a product. Me personally, I think the first product I ever created was $7. $7 Instagram, product. And let's just say I'm trying to drive traffic, and I have $100 to spend on ad. What would you do? Would you go to Facebook? Would you go to YouTube? I've heard personally, now this is, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if this is true or not, that a Facebook video ad actually costs less than a regular Facebook ad, driving either to a website or, a click, and that's because they're trying to compete with YouTube ads and YouTube in general as becoming the #1, video engine. So that being said, where would you start, man, and what would you do with $100?
You want me to answer?
Either one of you guys, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Facebook is really good, especially if you can get people to like your page and re-engage with those individuals. Like you said, you can continue to post as much as you want and re-engage with those individuals. The problem with that, though, is Facebook is not nearly as I'm obviously a little bit biased because I was working at Google, but from what I noticed, Google Analytics doesn't lie. The traffic that I was getting from my Facebook advertising, I've done it for a while too, and I still do it for most. I would say most of my clients, but a large chunk of my clients they utilize Facebook advertising. But the traffic is not as quality on Facebook in comparison to Google. So what I would do if I had $100 a month to spend on advertising, don't waste your time on search. Go display, create a few banner ads, and there's an easy tool in the Google AdWords interface that you can even create some of your own banner ads without even knowing any Photoshop or web design skills. It's simple. Create some banner ads that go back to your website and choose the specific websites that you specifically want to show up on. Or if you have any skills in designing any videos, like 30 to 45-second videos is ideal. If you have any 30 to 45-second videos, maybe you can have even like a video like this, just of a short webinar. Hey, my name is Evan, and I maybe tell a basic story and just a genuine testimonial of how you can help people, and maybe have a review testimonial too. Make it as professional as possible. But I know not a lot of you guys have a lot of budget to spend on a video, but just if you do that with YouTube advertising, like I said, the cost per view is 5 to at most 9 to 10 cents per view. And like I said, you only pay whenever someone watches at least 30 seconds of your video or specifically clicks on your video to go to your website. So either display or YouTube is what I would do, and then definitely set up the remarketing campaign.
That's really awesome. That's awesome. So, can you mute yourself real quick because I hear a bad echo? Okay, so beyond that, let's say we do decide to go the YouTube route. I don't want to keep you too long if you're busy. Let's say we decide to either go the YouTube route or the banner ad route. Because you're saying, if you pick a specific site where, your target market hangs out, you're more likely than not going to pay a lot less money than, through Google. How do you find these, websites? Like, do you Google them and then you figure out, let's say maybe you Google that specific keyword that would be someone within your target market would also be Googling. You Google that keyword, right? You click on the websites, but how do you get in contact with that website to say, yo, I want to advertise here? What's the process for that?
Oh. All right, so let me. I hope I'm not echoing still here, but so there's only a certain number of websites on the Google Display Network. Well, most of them are, but not every single website you can advertise on. And some of the more established websites that are getting hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of views every single day are going to be very expensive. Obviously supply and demand. Everyone wants to be on CNN advertising. Everyone wants to be on ESPN and all these very established sites, but you're going to pay a lot more to be on those sites. So what I do and what anyone can do is simple. I don't know if you want to share my screen. I can show you quick.
Yeah, man. That'd be awesome.
All right.
We can see it.
You can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is one of my clients here. I don't know if you guys ever watch Animal Planet, but they are the Gator Boys. They operate the airboat tours and crocodile tours in the Everglades here in Florida. So this is one of my clients here right now. This is just a generic search campaign, but let me just show you here, but just kind of give you an idea just how a search campaign works as well too. You can pick the specific types of the airboats, and then have specific ad groups in each of those, and then pick the keywords. That's a whole nother, Evan and I can host another webinar and kind of show you how to set up a search campaign. I just think for the most bang for your buck, it's not really going to be worth your time because you want the most of what you can get out of it, and with $100 a month, that ends up being only like $3 or so per day, 30 days in a month. So and when the cost per clicks are anywhere from $3 to $10 at minimum, per click on the search network, depending on how broad of terms you want to bid on, it's just really not going to be as effective here for you. So just to show you here, let me just set up just a basic campaign. So to set up a display campaign, and I'm gonna go through this quick too. So again, I can follow up and host another webinar here with Evan just to kind of show you the basics here, but just want to show you how easy it is. So let's say you want to target specific areas. You can choose zip codes, you can choose cities, you can choose and exclude areas as well too. So maybe we want to just target Florida for this here, and then let's say your whatever budget you want to do. I have this in another account, so I'm just showing you right now, but. All right, so and you can still hear me, correct? Can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Just making sure. So you can just choose a bid here. At the beginning of the campaign, when you're running a display campaign, you can bid a little bit more aggressive. Maybe we'll put like 76 cents or so per click. I always don't pick a whole number. So whether that be like $1, I always make it like $1.02 or $1.01, or don't make it 75 cents, make it 76. If you can appear one position higher for paying a penny more, it's generally worth it. Just a trick that most people pick whole numbers, $1, $2 bids. So if we're going to choose a different targeting method, so with this here, we'll choose placements. So placements are going to be different websites that your ads can show up on. So instead of picking, interest or display keywords or the type of interest that you want to focus on, that can, like I said, your ad can show up on literally a million different things, and almost all of them will be either kids' games or mobile applications on mobile phones, and they don't convert, obviously. So use a different targeting method, choose placements, search for, for this client, we'll, actually, I'll just show you kind of for your industry. So should we do like weight loss?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so then search for placement ideas here. So you can see, and then it'll give you a list, and you can check all that apply, and you can see the number of impressions per week. Obviously, some of these 5,000 to 10,000 per impressions. Impressions is going to be how often do people visit that site. This one, 1 million to 1.5 million a week, spark people. So what I do is, you have to handpick and cherry pick the specific websites you want to show up on. So this is a blog, free dieting, diet plans, and weight loss programs. So wouldn't you think that you'd want to have your banner ad show up on this rather than like a mobile application or a like a kid's game? So a lot of people don't choose this option, or they just think, all right, I'm going to pick a bunch of display keywords. A good example for that, let's say you want to talk about, okay, so I have a client, they have a farmer's market, for example, and they want to talk about fruits and veggies for sale or something like that. Or I'm just making this up. But if you chose interest or display keywords and you say fruits and vegetables or produce, your ad will probably show up on Fruit Ninja. That's one thing that came to mind. So because it's dealing with fruit. So I always just choose the specific websites that are going to be most successful by just going to each and every one of them and then see. So these types of websites are going to convert a lot better because people are already interested in at least 7 fun fat burners or whatever, eating healthy, losing weight. So you can have your ads on these sites, and you only pay when someone clicks on those ads and go back to your website. Now, generally, even though I bid 76 cents, that's the maximum I'd be willing to pay for a click to my site. But chances are, on some of these sites that only get 5,000 to 10,000 impressions a week, or 1,000 to 1,500 a week, the cost per click that you're actually going to pay is probably only going to be like 10 to 20 cents. So would you guys rather, if you had $100 a month, wouldn't you rather get 500 to 1,000 clicks rather than, like 10 to 20 clicks, for the same price? So that's why efficiency is key here, and you want to, just try to focus on the exact target market that you want. So let's say, Evan wants to only talk about, or his target market is mainly men or young professionals our age, and that's looking to for just for example, or let's say even bodybuilding. So you can type in, or even men's bodybuilding too. you get a really good list of suggested placements, but specifically go out and look at these placements and then choose them. And to choose them again, you would just click that over and then go down and save and continue. So if I only had $100 per month advertising budget, definitely this would be the way to go, and or YouTube too, just because this is going to be more than YouTube per click. Like I said, it'll probably be, depending on how competitive the websites you want to show on are, but anywhere from probably 25 average 25 cents per click to $1.25 per click on the display, versus YouTube, like I was saying, 5 to 10 cents per view, just because not a lot of people are utilizing YouTube to its full potential. And AdWords, whenever you think of advertising on Google, most people think, oh, the only advertising method is just you type in, look at this here. So if I go into Google and I type in weight loss supplements. All right, so weight loss supplements here, these guys are probably paying at least $5 to $10 per click just to be up here, and these guys, as well too. So, it's going to be really tough to compete. And these aren't the only ads that are there. It just, there's ads going to be on the second page and the third page, and probably until page 5 too. But you want to differentiate yourself a little bit more and try to get the most bang for your buck. So rather than just doing what everyone's doing, think outside the box a little bit, and that's where you're going to find success.
That's awesome, man. I can't believe you just shared that much with us. Like, it's something to have, people talk about this stuff. And personally, I don't know too much, like I said, about AdWords because I've never used it. But I could definitely see myself tossing some money into advertising, especially banner ads, man. That sounds interesting. It's like, YouTube, I can make a video here and there. I love that stuff. But, dude, banner ads sound interesting. If you can actually, I didn't know that you could actually pick an ad through Google, a website, to display your ad on through Google. So that's awesome. So, I guess the next question, and I know we don't want to keep this going too long, you guys, for those of you guys who are still watching and will be watching in the future, how do you, if you were to do that, let's say you had $100, you actually put it into one of those ads. Let's say you pick one website and you're like, let's say you picked a couple of different websites, and then you narrowed it down to one that converts the best, because you can obviously see your conversions and your numbers after, about a month's time where you're at, right? What if you, condense that down into one website? How would you scale from there? I mean, what's your normal process for scaling? Let's say, a company takes, gives you $1,000 to play with. They're like, here's $1,000 for advertising. We want you to turn it into 2,000. What's your process, man?
Well, return on investment is key. That's the number one thing. So tracking is important for all of our clients, and transparency as well too. So the first thing I do when we set up a new client, I'll walk them through, have a 30 to 60-minute consultation with them, trying to figure out exactly what they're looking for, their target audience, and try to understand and get to know their business, from front to back, and their sales process and what the bread and butter of their business is, and then try to grow with them and make sure all the tracking is in place. Put unique phone number on there. You can get a free Google Voice number that transfers to your phone, but you'll know that anytime that number rings with a different number, it's a lead coming in. And if you can get someone on the phone right away who's interested in your service or product, that's way better than having someone fill out, leaving their email or leaving a form submission where they're not interested 10 minutes later. People only have a short attention span, and people are busy. So, if you can't catch them at the exact same time, you're probably high likelihood you're not going to be able to close them or speak with them again. It's just realistic. But so tracking is very important at first, making sure that the client is getting a return on investment. So if you put $100 in or $1,000 in per month, I want my client to gain as much as if I'm running that business for myself. So I want to make sure that every dollar is as efficient as possible, and targeting the most appropriate target audience that is going to be a potential client. So whether it's $100 or $1,000 per month, want to make sure that the return is worth it, because obviously if they're getting so and so number of leads cost per lead of $5-10 per lead, and depends on the industry, but most of any client, if you're getting leads for $5 or $10 of actually legitimate, honest leads, you're gonna probably make a lot of money. If you can't close leads at $5-10 a lead, you're probably in the wrong industry. But definitely return on investment is key, because if you're making a return and if you're getting this many leads and closing 1 or 2 clients here this month, you're going to be a lot more likely to increase your budget, spend $2,000, get twice as many leads. So it's scaling. So I always tell my clients, at least give yourself a shot. This is an online store. So think of this as if it was a brick and mortar store, that if you actually consider this a true business, invest in yourself, because it would be a lot more than $100 or $500 or even $1,000 a month to set up a brick and mortar business yourself. But now you don't even have to pay that. You don't have to buy an office suite and spend $1,000 a month anymore, because we have all these digital virtual tools where you can speak with your client, have webinars like this, and get the clients. So that's why you should invest in yourself, and in advertising is the most efficient way. So spend that extra time, like Evan was saying, writing blogs. That's huge. Not only does that help gain attention, like I said, I work at the SEO agency, and you can do a lot of on-page SEO, search engine optimization, and that'll help you out. But blogs are key, and they always will be key. You want to provide relevant content to give yourself credibility, and Google will give you more respect in the internet digital world. So they'll rank you higher and rank your website higher. So in turn, after a few months, if you keep writing quality, unique content that you don't plagiarize, obviously, then Google's going to trust you as a viable source and a viable resource, and they're going to rank you higher up the page when people are typing weight loss supplements or whatever, and you're not going to necessarily have to pay as much per click on the search, on the pay-per-click side, because you have leads coming in.
That's awesome. That's awesome, Evan. Do you have anything to say? I don't want to keep you out, like asking your homie all these questions. No, but do you have anything to say in terms of scaling, or in terms of your experience with AdWords? Because I know, like I said, not a lot of people have a lot of money to toss in this, especially if they're not an agency. Me personally, I remember when I got started, I didn't have much money to spend on advertising, but I did understand that it was important to get relevant eyes in front of an offer. So what you do, Evan, I want to ask this question to you. What do you do when you actually get someone, let's say, to click on an ad? And I know you're learning a lot of this stuff right now too, in terms of creating a capture page. Sometimes you don't want to send someone directly to a capture page. Sometimes it's straight up content, so they begin to build a relationship with you, or trust you, or want to buy something through you after reading that content. But what were you doing, man, when you were doing some AdWords here and there? How did you learn your AdWords, number one? And then once you actually learned how to create a campaign and then create an ad, what were you doing to drive traffic? Or once you drove that traffic, what were you doing once they clicked on your ad?
Well, first I started using Google pay-per-click with my own website. I set my own website up, and it was similar to my company website, and I started driving traffic to there. And when I started getting leads from there, I had like an e-commerce thing in there, sent them straight to my company website so they could buy product. I also had them so that they could put in their email, so then I could put them in an email list. And it didn't it was good. It was good, but it costs money to do pay-per-click. And in a network marketing space, you have to kind of pay a lot, because there are some big heavy hitters in the network marketing space, and it depends upon what keywords you're bidding for, of course, and all of that. But there's a reason why I'm using MLSP and I'm starting a blog, and we have all of these plugins with WordPress that they pay for that would normally cost a lot of money on the outside. And just long story short, I see more value doing just starting off it for like a regular person who doesn't know how to do pay-per-click. I see tons of value doing MLSP versus start focusing on pay-per-click. and that's why I'm here right now.
Looks like I was muted. I mute myself. I appreciate that, and I appreciate, everyone that was on this call. I want to end this call a little bit sooner than later, but we definitely like to have you fellows on in the future to actually show us how to start up a little campaign if you're willing. How to start. In this doesn't have to be super in depth. I feel like there's a replay, so people don't need it super slow, and they don't need everything explained super well. But at the same time, I think it'd be cool to actually have you guys hop on a call and teach us exactly how to create a campaign, because I didn't even know that you could just type in any keyword that's relevant to your target market and actually choose websites to toss banner ads on, and I think that's amazing. I thought Google AdWords was something you toss, you get a bunch of keywords that are relevant, you figure out which ones you're paying the least per click, where you're getting the highest conversion rate, and then from there you kind of just go and narrow it down, right? So beyond that, I would actually like to learn from you guys more how to do all that stuff. But that being said, I appreciate having you guys on the call. I think we had a few questions here. I don't know, how many questions we've got. I don't know what it is. You guys, does anyone here know how to enable comments on the YouTube? You can unmute yourself now, Jeremiah. Does anyone know how to enable the comments on YouTube? Because it says they're disabled, and I've been trying to enable them this entire call, but it's just not working. To have people ask questions.
Ask your audience to submit questions. They'll appear below.
Hold on. I tried that, and it's
up
not
on the right,
working.
Or with the screen.
Yeah, exactly. And I tried that, but it's just not working. I click on the questions, and it seems like if you go on the actual Hangout, it says, comments are disabled. So I'm confused. I'm going to figure out that for next week if we're not going to ask questions right now. Other than that, I think we're good to go. I think the call was great. Honestly, I learned a lot, and it's not too often I get someone on the call who's just straight up teaching me, so I appreciate you guys.
Hey, we're glad to be here. Thanks for having us, Paul.
Yeah, that was awesome. Good job,
no problem. Yeah, no problem. And I appreciate you guys, teach, like, literally. That was amazing. So I'm going to actually broadcast this to my list. I'm going to tell, and this is something you guys are going to learn in the future, broadcasting a webinar to your list, because right now we don't have, 1,000 viewers on this. But imagine, I want you to imagine right now, for those of you guys who are watching, and you guys, included, Jeremiah, Evan, imagine having a list of, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people that are legitimate eyes, people that not only, see value in what you have to offer, but they actually like, know, and trust you, right? And if you send out a broadcast, kind of like what I'm going to do here in a second, to your list about this call, and they see this webinar, well, throughout the entire week, if you, have 2, 3 different ones with 3 different, bits of text, whatever, in an email, they're going to be able to see this webinar. They're going to click on that link, check it out, watch it, and they're going to be like, what is this whole MLSP thing? What are you guys teaching? I'd like to know more. And then either they hit you up or they click on a link to sign up through there if you have a funnel built in that process. So beyond that, that's what I'm going to be doing right here in a second. And, I hope you guys learn how to do that too. All the training, all the tools, all of the everything you need, community, the platform is all there inside of MLSP if you're trying to learn how to do this stuff online. And I think that was my biggest value, honestly, something that I learned because I was spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars each month trying to, get this whole thing sorted out. When I realized all the tools were in one place, I was like, well, shoot, it's a no-brainer. So thank you guys so much for being on the call. I think I said that like 10 times. And we will see you guys this next Tuesday. This Tuesday we're going to have a call, an opportunity call. We're going to figure out, how we can start to generate more leads. I think, beyond the call, also talking about, how MLSP can help you to build your business, because it is $100 per sale. So imagine that, $100, you get people like Evan involved, you get people like Jeremiah involved. I mean, it's game over. It's literally every single sale you make, residually $100. So what's that mean? You get on Google AdWords, you toss a little, one ad on YouTube in front of your audience, which is most network marketers, right? You're going to see that most network marketers are going to be interested in what you have to offer if it offers some serious value, like MLSP, okay? And since that's the case, what's that mean? 50 sales, $5,000. 100 sales, $10,000. And so you don't even have to be good at math to know that you can make $10,000 on 100 sales. What's that mean? If you get, let's say 3,000, 4,000 relevant eyes in front of an offer, let's say, so many convert, so many whatever, you make around 100 sales, that's $10,000 a month. Now, let's say half of those people quit, an extra $5,000 a month on the side of what you're already doing. Pretty cool stuff. So anyways, we will see you guys on Tuesday, opportunity call 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain. And I'm excited to be there. I'm going to invite some other people on the call. I don't think I'm going to be speaking, but we'll see here soon. So with that said, thank you so much, and get back to the person who shared this call with you. And I hope to see you guys. You get started with MLSP and in the group page. Until then, we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.